Hi, I'm the Cold Weather Chef, and today we're going to take the bounty of the harvest of all the fruits and vegetables in New York State, and it's additionally a good way to clean out your refrigerator, and make something that we call pasta surprise. So, as you guessed, you don't really know what is going to go in the pasta. You just take what's in the refrigerator and what nature gives you, and you start cooking. So, today, aside from my lovely glass of wine, we have all kinds of nice things. We have beautiful orange pepper, green zucchini, yellow squash, an eggplant, tomatoes, of course, and an onion. All of this locally grown, and we're going to cook that together along with some pasta, and at the end add some shrimp, and we'll have a wonderful pasta dish that's not only colorful but nutritious. So we're going to start, as we often do. Let's turn on some gas. We'll pour a little olive oil to a pan. I have some fresh garlic, also locally made, that I diced up. And we'll get that cooking. In the meantime, we're going to start dicing up some of our fruits and vegetables that we have here. There's a tomato that we're going to use as basically a sauce. The tomato will cook down, we'll dice it up, and it will break down on its own and create a nice little sauce. So you can cut it as small as you want and mash it. It really doesn't matter. It's all going to get broken down as the heat from the frying pan breaks it down. So I'm just cutting randomly and quickly. So there is an order. The eggplant and the squash will cook faster, so you don't want to put those in immediately. You want to put other things in, like the tomatoes, because you're trying to get the tomatoes to cook. So let's put the tomatoes in with the garlic and oil. It's going to fry up. And the pepper. Peppers tend to take a while to cook, so we're going to put those in now as well. We'll just kind of take out some of the inner part of the pepper. Wash out the seeds. And we'll just slice it up. And then maybe I'll cut it in thirds and throw that in the pan. That looks good. And of course some onion. It's always good to have some onion. Take out that outer ring. We'll just cut that in quarters and throw that in the pan. Now we're also going to turn on the water to boil the pasta. And let's just kind of stir this up a little bit. It smells really good with the garlic and all the fresh vegetables. So this is going to cook a little bit. I think I need a little more olive oil. So let's let this cook a little bit, and then we'll come back and add the rest of the vegetables, cook the pasta, and you'll have a fantastic meal in a short amount of time. We're back, and our tomatoes and peppers and onions have been sauteing. You can see that the tomato really has broken down, which is great. You can see it's a wonderful sauce. It smells fantastic. So now we're going to take that, and the next step is let's add a little bit of salt. Again, maybe a teaspoon of salt. And the eggplant. I'm not going to use the whole eggplant. Let's just use half of it. And I'm going to just take some of the skin off in sections to make it look nice. It's easier said than done. We'll take our knife and let's say we cut that in thirds. And these are all rough cuts. It's kind of a foolproof pasta. You really can't go wrong. So let's put the eggplant in, which will absorb a lot of the oil, because that's what eggplant does. Give it a stir, and let's let that cook up a little bit. All right. So we'll let that go for a couple minutes, and when we come back, we'll add our last ingredients, which are the zucchini and yellow squash. And hopefully by that time, the pasta will have started, and we're almost ready to go. All right, we're back. Our eggplant is cooking along. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. I put the pasta in a separate pot over here. So let's put in, here's some nice zucchini. Looks pretty good. I like zucchini, so we're just going to use the whole thing. Alright, so let's put this in. Zucchini cooks pretty quick. And here's our yellow squash. I'm going to use about half the yellow squash because there's probably a lot of seeds in here. And there are. So let's get some of these seeds out. You could peel the skin off the yellow squash if you choose to. I'm not going to, but for those who don't like to have skin on their squash, feel free. All right, and here's this. See, this is really coming together quickly. So we're going to let this saute for, I don't know, probably another 5 minutes. Hopefully by then the pasta will be cooked. We'll add the shrimp. And that is it. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a quick minute. Welcome back. I'm the Cold Weather Chef. We are almost done. Everything has been simmering. I've added about a half a cup of the pasta water into here because some of the water was evaporating too quickly. Just enough to give you a little sauce. So we're going to add our shrimp. Shrimp cooks relatively quickly, probably 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm just stirring it in there. I'm going to cover that, and while the shrimp is cooking, the pasta is done. So let's drain the pasta. There we go. Then we're going to put the pasta in with our mix. Ooh, that's hot. Luckily, I have a glove. Now we're just going to kind of gently mix it together. Oh, this looks great. It smells even better. Let's just give that another 30 seconds for the shrimp to cook. We have our bowl. And then we're going to top it with some grated Parmesan Reggiano cheese. All pasta needs a little bit of cheese on the top, just for show and for taste. All right, I think that's about good. So let's take this top off. Oh, that looks great. So we're just going to use our tongs and do the best we can to get a little mix of everything. And normally you can't. So you try hard and you can't, so you get a spoon and get a nice serving of the fresh vegetables on here. A little cheese. And here you have a delicious, healthy meal with pasta and vegetables.